What is up, YouTube? My name is Eben, and today I'm bringing you a deck. This deck I've been trying to build for a while. Maybe it's the best deck I've ever built. Maybe it's the best deck I've ever even seen. Notice the worlds map, because that's where this deck is taking you. Two worlds. This is the Ash Ketchum slash Pokemon Trainer Red deck. It is themed around let's be honest, the single best Pokemon game player that has ever been. It is for standard, current standard. Let's get right down to it. We are running double Charizard EX because, you know, Charizard. I mean, this already, you just beat the fanboys just for running it. He's got Wing Attack, Combustion Blast. You can read the card. I'll let you figure that one out yourself. And because it's Ash, because it's Trainer Red, we know he's got Mega Charizard, the X form, of course, with his amazing Heat Typhoon, where we get to deal 100 and then a 50% chance of 50 damage for every fire energy on him. We're totally planning on picking up some KOs with that. But we know what kind of Pokemon Trainer Red and Ash run. So we can't show respect to the Charmander without showing respect to the Squirtle. So we're running Blastoise EX. These guys like DCEs. That's kind of a common theme in our deck. We can Hyper Whirlpool. We can Hydro Press, because why not? Look at us covering this type advantage here. Pretty good so far, pretty good. And to get that Bulbasaur love here, we've got two Venusaur EX, also a lover of the double colorless energies. This guy's got good attacks here. You can read them yourself, of course. A little self-recovery, spread some status there. That's pretty awesome. And another Pokemon he is quite famous for is his Lapras. It does require that one water energy right off the bat to do anything, but it's pretty good. It's pretty much the only mon in the deck that doesn't appreciate double colorless to some extent, but that's okay, because you're drawing some cards. You might get a para if you want to commit the water. It's all good to me, right? It's all good to you. And this guy, another famous Ash mon, another famous Trainer Red mon, and this guy loves DCs quite a bit, and he actually loves one other card that he's got in common with Charizard. Points to you if you know what it is. But this guy can really rack up some nice damage. His Pulverizing Pancake GX, probably going to be your GX attack for the game. And finally, the one you knew you were waiting for, Pikachu. We're running Pikachu EX because, you know what, it's got the best art. So, yeah, we're just going to run this guy. And we could Overspark, but Overspark, that's for wimps, pro player wannabes, Johnnies out there. We're going for Iron Tail. We know how much Ashley loves to use Iron Tail, and we're going to use it too. Because if you want to be the best that ever was, like no one ever was, I guarantee you, if you use Iron Tail to win the game, you will at least be like no one ever was. But anyway, we're running Pikachu EX. And finally, oh, by the way, trigger warning, too late, we're running Bye Bye Butterfree. I'm not sorry. And we've got this lovely Caterpie and Metapod that just evolve up super fast, because, you know what, that's what happened in the series anyway. And you can heal all your mons for everything, send all this back to the deck to do it again, and you even get Stun Spore, which is not a bad package. Really, all things considered, actually, it's a pretty good mon. That's our entire Pokemon lineup. Get ready to feel like the protagonist of your own anime. Alright, sending these guys away for, you know, some other time, I guess. Now our supporter lineup. Ash has had a lot of support from a lot of people. Some emotional, sometimes physical support from people, kind of keeping him together, making his dreams come true. We're running two Professor Oak's Hint because, let's face it, this guy's the greatest professor. If it weren't for this guy, Ash would probably still be sitting at home listening to that Pikachu slowly scratching away at the walls. So, this guy lets you draw until you have 7. He's like Super Lily. He kind of ends your turn, but that's okay, because early in the game, we're probably not going to be attacking too much for those first few turns anyway, so in a lot of ways, it doesn't really have a consequence. And what if they end it away? Oh well, you got N for free. Not too shabby, not too shabby. We get one Professor Sycamore, because Ash always visits the professors, likes to listen to their great wisdom. Can't complain, can't complain. We also have one Professor Kukui. And now speaking of professors, Professor Kukui's assistant, Lily, she's ridden around with him. She does some cool stuff. We can play out a lot of cards from our deck, believe it or not, out of our hand. So she'll actually be drawing us some decent cards. And moving right along, and we've crossed paths with this guy. He's pretty amazing. He's a pretty cool guy. And this card is no exception to that coolness, that awesome factor. And we've crossed paths with Shauna a lot, so we're also getting Shauna. Now at this point, you might be thinking, I'm really just using this as an excuse to use a lot of full art supporters. And you know what I say to that? We're also running Misty's Determination. I mean, she was determined enough to be in the show for more than one season, so, I mean, at the very least, we can show our determination by keeping her in here. But we have a lot of one-ofs, and she can actually help us search those out, so she can actually put in some pretty legitimate work in this deck. And, speaking of people who are determined, Brock's Grid. Yeah, there is a full art, but Brock's a basic guy. He's the first gym leader. He's a rugged man of the world. He doesn't want any full arts. He just wants a basic, regular old uncommon. He's a man of the people. And this guy helps reset all your lovely basic energies, which we run a lot of, and our mons. Simple enough. We're running Mallow. You'll actually see that we have a couple of fun combos for Mallow on the deck, some things that can play off of her. But yeah, she kind of computer searches you, which you may desperately need in this deck, so she will be quite helpful. And speaking of a card that Charizard and Snorlax both like, it's Kiawe. You can go get up to 4 fire energies and dump them on that Mon, which is kind of amazing. Kind of really amazing. You can set that Snorlax or that Charizard up super fast. Imagine dumping 4 energy on that Charizard just to Mega Evolve it on the next turn. That's pretty legit. And finally, Pokemon Center Lady, because he's seen her a lot, because let's face it, his mons get bopped a lot. So she's definitely here to help patch us up, send us on our way. So that's our supporter lineup. Moving right along. You know I said we had something that goes with Mallow? Here you go. Gym Badge. No, seriously, you can actually Gym Badge. Think about it. You can get any 2 cards from your deck that you want, put them on top of your deck, and you got a 50% chance of at least getting one of them. And after that first coin toss, another 50% chance you might get the second one. Everything else is gravy. But Ash has gotten a lot of gym badges, so these are just our credentials here. You know, we got our 2 stalwarts who always have Ash's back. We got Misty, we got Brock. And these 2, if you haven't seen these episodes of the show, totally go watch them. These 2 gym leaders are amazing from Kanto, and these episodes are definitely worth watching. Check them out, for real. I'm not just saying that. These were both some amazing things, so got to pay a little tribute there. But got some nice draw power, I guess. And the fun thing is this also plays well with Oak's Hint and Lily, because they'll flush out of your hand even if they fail. Speaking of things that will leave your hand whether they succeed or fail, we're running 4 Pokeball. Because Ash, he doesn't use those big fancy Ultra Balls and stuff, he just uses regular Pokeballs. He's a regular guy, so we're going to be running regular Pokeballs too. Okay, granted first edition jungles, but still, we're running Pokeballs because we're like Ash. And we do have 1 Zard Spirit Link because, well, you know, we run Mega Charizard, so yeah. Now the real thing we need to talk about here is the fact that Ash is 10 years old and has been having adventures for over 10 years, meaning he was born his age before he was born. I don't know, it hurts my head too. But it's a real puzzle of time, so that's my excuse for running 4 copies of Puzzle of Time. This can actually be a pretty darn good utility card for us as well, and it plays nicely with Mallow. More on that in another deck that might release in a little while. Spoilers, just saying. Alright, and to help regulate our basic energies, we're definitely going to run 2 Professor's Letters because that's going to be a thing that we need. Nash is a basic guy, you know, he just plays the basic straightforward cards. And we're running switches. Yeah, Floatstones might be better, but you know what? We're running switches because Ash would run Switch. I mean, if you ask yourself in your heart of hearts, would Ash run Floatstone or Switch? He'd run Switch. You know it. I know it. Alright, anyway, that is our item lineup. And our energy lineup, pretty straightforward as well. We're running 4 double colorless because our Mons definitely all love these double colorless energies. We're running 5 fires. That way, if you get 1 in your hand, but you also have Kiawe, you can still Kiawe for 4. Even if you get 2 in hand, Kiawe for 3 is not bad. That's still plus 3 energy you didn't have before. So that's pretty gosh darn amazing. And you can always Brock's Grit these back into your deck for late game Kiawe fun to set something up. If that's how that's how you need to do. That's what you need to do. And we've got 3 water, enough to make sure Blastoise and or Lapras can kind of get the job done if needs be. And we've also got 3 grass that we can use for Butterfree or Venusaur. And that's the energy lineup. That is the deck. Give this deck a try at your locals. It'll be amazing. It'll be fun. It'll bring back a lot of good memories. And until next time, like, comment, subscribe, check out my channel for more cool content, and I will see you next time.